As we check in with our week 8 opponent, our 7th opponent, man, this one could be a tizzy. And I think it's our first real big scare and challenge of the season, as far as a team that has a cool, calm, and collected leader at quarterback. And the other guy, he's talented, Jordan Love. But this guy, Joe Burrow, is another kind of dangerous. And we face them on their territory. What's up, it's your boy Cintron, coming back at you with another analysis video, and to kid you not, that's my real name. Let's get into the draft for the Bengals and see how their roster stacks up against ours. So first up, they needed O-line, D-line, cornerback, wide receiver, and tight end help. They brought in Trent Brown, so if he can stay healthy for them, that's an upgrade definitely over Jonah Williams, who's kind of up and down. T. Higgins, he's back for another year. We'll see what they can do with him, or squeeze out of him, I should say. And Osai and Hendrickson are heading out, but did they get the help they needed in the draft? So let's look at what they took. So Amarius Mims, he definitely is a tackle that they can build around. As of yet to be seen what he will be, but you like the promise that young man out of Georgia has. 6 foot 7, 8, 340, a huge guy. Trent Brown already, one of the big guys, and then I forget the other tackle they have, but he's another big guy. It gives them a set of bookends to really work with. Orlando Brown, sorry, that's his name. Chris Jenkins, another talented D tackle to add to the roster. Jermaine Burton, a number 3. With the 2 they have, and T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, the guy just comes in if he's average. And Jermaine Burton was a very underrated starter at Alabama. They could be cooking with some gas on offense. They're already kind of stacked anyways with the weapons. McKinley Jackson, a good rotational piece, adding against that defensive tackle pool. So they got some depth and talent there. Eric All, a highly underrated tight end. I liked him out of Iowa. The measurables, the sure-handedness in Iowa tight ends is just rock. Josh Newton, a good depth piece at corner, could challenge in the future for more than a bit role. Tanner McLaughlin, a sneaky good tight end. Cedric Johnson, good depth piece. Dejon Anthony, don't really know much about him as safety out of Mississippi. And Matt Lee, the depth piece there. So they had a pretty solid draft. Very good at the top. Now let's go over their roster and how some of those players slayed in. Joe Cool, aka Joe Burrow, his government. Man, the guy is a talented guy when he can stay on the field, because he missed, last season with a wrist injury, missed the majority of the game, I think 10 or 11 starts. So he says his wrist is like his knee is coming along, but we'll see whether that impacts him coming into this year. But if he can stay upright, man, one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Zach Moss, a decent guy coming over from Indianapolis. He's a decent starter, but I like Sidney Brown's brother, his twin brother Chase Brown, coming in behind him as a change of pace guy, and eventually for him to take the lead. And maybe not this year, it could be next year, but the youngin is coming, boss. Jamar Chase, one of the top 10, receivers in the league. T. Higgins, top 20 guy. Those two spell trouble, so it'll be a good test for our DBs. And man, it could be a long day, because Jamar Chase, who's gonna be chasing him around the field. I'd love to have Queen Mitchell on him, challenging him, and T. Higgins putting a DB like a corner like Slay on him. Jermaine Burton might bring his challenge as well, bring a challenge as well. But I would love to see Cooper DeJean stick with him in the slot. Drew Sample, decent guy out there, but I don't think he's anything we couldn't handle. Their tackles, they're huge, but they can be a little clunky, so might be able to get over on them with some speed. And definitely a hard charging guy like Bryce Huff would give these guys fits, as could Josh Sweat if his head is in the right place. Interior is nothing really special. They solid at best, but nobody here that's really scaring you. So we'll get to the evaluation later. But the defense, sneaky good, because Trey Hendrickson, try hard, die hard on the outside. BJ Hill, solid on the inside. Sheldon Rankins, talented, and we already talked about those D tackles. The rotation they have is going to be solid. And Sam Hubbard, he's he's a average to solid starter on the outside, but O-sides where where I'm looking at, because they have that threat of that that pass rush. They're kind of deep, man. Logan Wilson, decent. Jermaine Pratt, decent linebacker. So they're underrated on the linebacking side, I would say. And Cam Britt, DJ Turner, Mike Hilton make up a decent trio, a solid trio. Mike Hilton I do like on the inside. DJ Turner can he can be all right. Geno Stone though is a highly underrated safety, and Jordan Battle is as well. So like I said, the defense is sneaky good. A lot will depend on how the individual guys keep up with some of our guys, but let's compare them to the Eagles offense. The Eagles defense. So Joe, man, he's gonna have a hard time getting to him. He has a very quick release, talented. He can make all the throws. But their run game with him and Chase Brown leaves something to be desired, and as well as their O-line. But we'll get to that in a second, because wide receivers, they can break the game open, man. And Joe targeting them, if he's healthy, man, it can be a long day at the office for our corners. But I like Isaiah Rodgers and Keely Ringo and Slay and Quinion and Cooper Jean and Devontae Maddox to challenge these guys, man. So it could be a dogfight out there. With their O-line, we should be able to take advantage and get in some sacks. So that interior is, I think, what we should be looking to collapse. And I don't know how at this point, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis will be playing, but hopefully they're hitting their stride. Their defense, D-line, any other team, not the Lions, might struggle against this group, but I think, we should be able to handle them. They present some difficult challenges, Sheldon Rankins being among them in the middle, and we'll see how those rookies fare. But on the exterior, Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard, as well as Joseph Osai, I don't think there'll be anything special for Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata to handle. Linebackers, they're solid, but they got to contend with Saquon Barkley. So there's that, and that O-line, him giving him 3 to 4 yards, free before he's even touched. And Dallas Goedert should be able to work them over. And the safeties, I don't see them challenging him too much. I think they could do a decent job towards trying to slow him down. But with these corners, you're not stopping A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. So we'll see, man. But so for me, this is a push. It can go either way, man. But it really depends. We're facing a tough game, I think, before this. So there's not too many games that challenge us throughout the year, and this is one of them. But I do like our odds, but I can see this going either way. So I can't really even call it, man, because it all depends on how Joe Cole is playing and how much in sync he is with his receivers. So I'd be being a homer and say that I would say this is going to be just a flat dub. I'll say we're going to scrap it out and come out on top, because our offense is going to be hitting their stride, and their defense won't be able to deal with all our weapons available. So that's where I have it. I have us taking the edge by winning by 3 points. But anyways, we're gonna get about here on that note. But hey, you're not even watching though, but it's all good, because I love talking about the freaking stinking Philadelphia Eagles, and I love making these videos. So we'll chunk the deuces officially. But as always, it's fly Eagles fly, and let's motherfucking go.
Like, comment, share, subscribe if you
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.